It's embarrassing and infuriating when one gets arrested. What is even worse is getting arrested for a crime you didn't know existed. Imagine going through your normal life and doing your normal things, and then a policeman from out of nowhere comes and arrests you for doing something you've been doing all your entire life. Or even playing an innocent joke on someone when you were told there is a law against that. There are things you need to think twice before doing if you want to be on the right side of the law. Have a look at 8 weird things that could get you arrested. Number 8. Charging your phone on a train. 45-year-old Robin Lee from North London was arrested for charging his iPhone on a London Overground train. A policeman approached him and accused him of taking the electricity illegally. He was handcuffed, thrown in a police van, and taken to the local police station. The crime was abstracting electricity, which in England can get one imprisoned for 5 years. Apparently, the sockets in the train were not for public use, but are only supposed to be used by cleaners. Number 7. Pretending to be a ghost. Making ghostly noises happens to be a crime, especially in graveyards. This is what Anthony Stollard learnt after he was arrested in Kingston Cemetery in Portsmouth. After having a few drinks, Stollard went to the graveyard with his friend Martin Collingwood, and they started kicking a football. Stollard was seen throwing himself backwards, waving his arms and saying "woo," which authorities translated to pretending to be a ghost. He was charged with using threatening or abusive words or behavior likely to cause distress. He was fined £75 by the court. Number 6. T-shirt written "I have drugs." It's a bad thing to commit a crime, but it's worse and stupid to wear a t-shirt indicating what criminal activity you are into. A 50-year-old John Balmer from Florida attracted police with his t-shirt that read, "Who needs drugs? No, seriously, I have drugs." That was not a prank or a joke, as it was later found out that he was carrying marijuana and methamphetamine. At least he learned that one does not advertise a criminal activity, and if you have to advertise, don't use a t-shirt. Number 5. Comparing your president to a movie character. Rafat Satin was sentenced to 1 year in jail after comparing the Turkish president Erdogan to Gollum, a character from Lord of the Rings. Another man, Bilgin Sifsi, was charged for sharing the images. The accused had said that they had not committed any crime, and so the court had to decide whether Gollum's character was good or evil. An expert panel was appointed to investigate the character in the Lord of the Rings film series. In Turkey, insulting the president is a crime, and one can face up to 4 years in jail. Number 4. Aggressively mopping the floor. 30-year-old John Thornton was arrested at a hotel in Bristol, Connecticut for what police called aggressively mopping the floor. Thornton was said to have grabbed a mop from a 27-year-old female employee of the hotel, with which he began to mop the floor. His mopping was so aggressive that he mopped over the lady's shoes several times. She tried to tell him to stop, but Thornton backed into her and forcibly pushed her into a corner. Charges included disturbing the peace and second-degree threatening. Number 3. Breaking into jail. Monique Deshawn Armstrong, a 22-year-old lady from Colorado, broke into jail to free her brother who had been arrested. She drove to the Mesa County Jail at 4 in the morning and attempted to get through razor wires and cell windows. The perimeter fence alarm sounded and the police came, found her car, and traced her. She was caught, arrested, and charged with criminal trespass, criminal mischief, and violating bail bond conditions. Her brother was released on bond just 5 hours later. Number 2. Kidnapping a pet spider. A 26-year-old Brian Paul Smith from Leavenworth, Kansas, was charged after he had kidnapped his friend's spider. He had been watching the pet spider at his house for a friend, and when the pet owner asked for his spider back, Smith began making demands for money and indicated that he wanted to keep the spider. Smith demanded that the victim should give him $100 and the spider, otherwise he would shoot him. The victim called the police, who arrested Smith. He was found guilty and ordered to serve 14 months in jail for the crime. Number 1. Lookout Parrot. A parrot from Colombia named Lorenzo was arrested and charged for warning members of a drug cartel when they were about to be caught. The parrot is said to have been sending out alerts as police were conducting an undercover raid. The warnings were in Spanish and translated to, "Run, run, the cat is going to get you." The police said Lorenzo was one of about 1,700 parrots arrested for being trained to act as lookouts for drug traffickers. Even after being warned by the parrot, 2 men were arrested. Hey, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our channel to stay informed about our upcoming videos because more incredible content is on the way.